Today's Kill Team Battle Report will actually feature the two different forces, two different Space Marines. I want to try and keep things simple, the more elite, lower model count. I feel like was going to be a good place. And yeah, the board and the models themselves for this picture was set so graciously by my son. You have the blue and the black Darksteel Apostles. They're a custom-made Space Marine chapter. We'll be going off and squaring off against the Heretic Astartes known as the Exiled. These guys are Malsithis' chosen, led by their leader Atax. So for the sake of keeping things a little bit more fast here, I have already set up the game board and everything. I am playing a SAT Hammer or solo Hammer game where I'm just playing against myself for the first episode at least. I just wanted to get a trial out here, see how it works as far as putting together a battle report. And yeah, just kind of get to run the game through. I personally am playing a couple of easy teams for me. I have the Space Marines and I have the Chaos Space Marines. I feel like a pretty classic matchup. Pretty close. I do feel like the Chaos Space Marines are a little bit better than the intercessors that I'm playing. But effectively what I've got for the lore here is that I have my crew, which is the Darksteel Apostles. The Apostles, they are actually out on a crusade trying to help all kinds of different Imperium factions and forces and civilians that are caught in the dark side of the warp. So essentially they are going out where no other Imperium forces really want to go, but they're trying their best to make their way there. Well, during one of their crusades and their trips here, their Galley field actually failed, and so we are actually located on their ship where the Chaos Space Marines have infiltrated onto the Space Hulk itself and is now trying to go through and destroy some of their munitions, get a hold of it, and also try to kill as many Astartes as they can. So the attackers we've got today is the Chaos Space Marine Force. That is my black and red crew here, led by Atax. And then I've also got my Space Marine Intercessor Squad here with my Sergeant here. They're unnamed because I honestly haven't put that much effort into them because I usually play Tactical Marines. But again, I want to keep my load pretty low here and keep things pretty straightforward and pretty simple. Now, as you've seen already too, I've kind of jumped through the whole process of setting some stuff up here. So I'll just go step by step. If you want to look at the open play rules that you can go find on page 84, let me just go through and explain to you. So to determine the mission, the whole idea of the mission is we've got these objective markers. These are supposed to be acting as munitions for my Space Marines. The whole goal is that my Space Marines want to try and go and gather up these munitions. The Chaos Space Marines want to try and go and destroy the munitions. So the whole idea here is I'm testing out one of my little gauge trackers here that I've created. And yeah, every turn that goes through, we'll play for 4 turning points. And whoever holds more of these by the end of the turn wins the game. So essentially you have to be within 1 inch of it, use the pickup action, and yeah, you take it, you get some victory points for yourself. Now, the kill zone, we're using Sector Monitorum. I feel like it was a pretty good setting here to be like on the shipping bay and like the resource area on a Space Marine ship. Drop zones, we've got 2 different drop zones here on this side of the board. So effectively I've got my Space Marines, they're set up within their drop zone on this side. Chaos Space Marines are set up within this side of the board as well too. I already put barricades up, and as far as the teams go, each team has a leader on there. Operators have been set up as well too. They set all their guys up, they set all their guys up, and yeah, let's go ahead and get started into the battle itself. Alright, for the start of turning point 1 here, going through it, we've already figured everything else there, so let's start working our way through the initiative phase. Initiative phase, ready operatives, everybody's already ready, they've all got their orders, we're good to go. Determine initiative, since it is the first turn, the attacker is going to go first, that's my Chaos Space Marines. So, these guys are going to start moving themselves forward. Generate command points, I've already generated. Each team has 3 right now, because you got your 1 at the start, and each one of them has a leader, so they've gained 2 command points. Playing strategic ploys, at this moment, I don't have any strategic ploys that I want to play with my Chaos Space Marines, and I don't really have any that I want to play with the Intercessors either. Most of my guys are concealed, but something you'll realize with this list is that most of my Chaos Space Marines are Bolter Bros, which I am thinking about doing some conversion and switching over to the Chain Swords, but let me know. I kind of want a melee-focused team that has some shooting onto it, but I'm not quite sure where I'm at on that side. But yeah, I think for the most part, it's not really going to be worth it for either side to play strategic ploys. And the target reveal, we're not playing with any of the attack ops so far. Probably for future episodes, I definitely will. But right now, since I'm just playing by myself, don't really feel like adding that much of a overload. Also, if you're screaming, you hear kids playing or whatever too. Kids got company over, so I've kind of been secluded off here. That's part of the reason why I'm recording right now. So, sorry if you guys hear a bunch of background noise. Not really trying to do that here. Okay, firefight phase. Let's start performing some actions. So, I am going to go ahead. Let's see. I think I'm going to be a little bit aggressive here. I'm just going to have Atax work his way up here with a normal move. I will have him use his action to pick this up, gaining the Chaos Space Marines a victory point already. I'm going to dash him up kind of next to this cover right here. Now it's time for my Adeptus Astartes for the Prophets. I know these are about it's about blue square 3 inches up. So I'm going to move this guy that is engaged on top of this here. And then I'm going to have him fire with his auxiliary grenade launcher using the frag grenade. I'm going to have him go ahead and shoot at this engaged Heretic that has the heavy bolter. Now, because this frag grenade blast key rule is going to go into effect since these two are within 2 inches of each other. So, time to roll 4 dice. Oops, for the frag grenade. Let's see what we get for the heavy bolter guys first. Getting on 3s, I got 4, 6, and 2 1s. So I've got 1 critical, 1 normal, 2 fails. Since he is in cover, let's see. Oh, the indirect's not there. Yeah, so he's still technically in cover based on these here, since it gets rid of the indirect rule with his frag grenade. So I'm going to automatically just retain 1 save. Let's roll 2 more dice, see if I can get some more saves. Need 3 up. I got 1 other normal save and 1 fail. So I will get rid of the critical hit, and I will take the damage that the frag grenade does, which I believe is just 2. Yep, 2 damage on a frag grenade, so put that here, and because it is blast, we'll just go ahead and roll the 4 dice for hitting this dude over here that has a, looks like grenade, but I didn't actually kill him out that way. Oops. Well, there's a success, 3. We got a 6 and another 3. I am going to, not going to, well, I will retain just a normal, no, I'll roll all 3. So I want to try and get some critical saves here to get rid of that crit. So rolling all 3 dice for this guy's defense. Needing 3s, I got a 4 and a 3 and a 1. So I will use these both to get rid of the 2 normals. So I'll take 3 damage onto him from the frag grenade. And then for the remainder of his, I'm just going to have him use his dash. Hop on down here. So since they've already started popping some shots off, I'm going, this guy's not really in a good space to shoot him. So I'm just going to play the objective, and I'm going to move him up. use this action to pick this up, getting another victory point for the Chaos Space Marines. And then I will just dash him over here close, kind of like in between here and here. So I still want him to be close to that cover, but also be able to be on a firing line to shoot some other people next turn, possibly even that Space Marine Sergeant. Granted, I'm probably going to move him out of the way, but... Alright, let's see what we've got next. Alright, let's start moving these guys up. Just going to move him within this. I will take this objective for the Intercessor team, scoring a victory point for these guys. And then I'm just going to go ahead and dash him up here. No. I think I'll dash him over here. Not really a good position for him. I don't really like that now. I'm going to take it back. So stay right here. I'll dash him behind these barrels over here. Keep him concealed, keep him somewhat safe. Like I said, I'm going to play a little bit cagey here. I don't have a lot of bodies, so I don't necessarily want to move that too fast. This guy is willing to die for the gods of chaos, so I'm just going to use my little 6-inch gauge here to start coming down. Move here. Dash up, get in range of it. Barricade, so I should still get him within 1 inch. Yep. Alright. I'll use the pickup action here, get another victory point for the Chaos Space Marines. Alright. What do I do with this little bit? Alright, well. No, because I'm fine. You're not going to set this guy here, so his cover's not really in play since he's shooting on the flank. So I used one other move. Oh shoot, he's concealed. Alright, well never mind. So I will pick up this objective, giving another victory point there for the Space Marine team. Since this is light terrain, no, because I didn't say it was traversable, so you can't traverse over it. You have to move around it. So, I'm just going to have him dash then behind this cover over here. Put him right here. And he'll be done for the turn. One more objective left to take. We're not even done with turn 1 yet, but it's a very simple, very straightforward open play match. I think it's great for beginners to learn how to play the game, but as I've seen so far, 3 APL allows them to just take every objective. I played this mission using Orc Commandos and my Silence one time, and yeah, it was actually a really good back and forth match, and they did not get as many objectives as this. Granted, I played a little bit different where Space Marines, or the Scions were defending, they were not picking up the pieces, so I don't know. I kind of want to shoot some more things, you know? Just gonna have my heavy bro move up here. Just have him dash behind the piece of cover. And because he's got that heavy weapon, he's not able to move and dash normally and still be able to shoot. I did give him suspensor systems, so that way he can technically move the 6 inches still normally, but that does not allow him to do move, dash, and then shoot. He's still kind of stuck there. So, yeah. Kind of a little bit of a bummer there on that end. Not going to be able to shoot anything, but that's fine. Sergeant's concealed. But this guy, let's see. Can be greedy. Yeah, I'll be greedy. Alright, so I'm gonna have him move him out over here. So I will just do a dash with him, because that'll get him out within view to be able to shoot this guy behind cover. Using his bolt rifle, I'm gonna go ahead and fire off his shots. Are rolling for 4 dice. Threes is needed. 2 1s, 4 and a 5. He's in cover, so he's got automatically retain one of his normals. And then, yeah, he got 2 4s on top of that. So no damage is being dealt to him as far as from his shooting. I will have him pretty much move up and get pretty stinking close to my sergeant over here, so I'm almost acting like a bodyguard and doing great, so I can pretty much move like right here. The rest of these guys are pretty much concealed, so once that last objective's taken, it's a tight game. So I'm just going to pretty much just kill and see whoever actually stands on the battlefield still alive. Here we go. Still got my sergeant here. I'll use his dash to traverse over this. So essentially, I'll traverse over and he'll use 1 inch movement. Slightly move up. And then I'm going to use his this guy's gonna move. Yeah, I'm just gonna move up here because I know since he's concealed, I'm not gonna have to do much. Alright, so that is the end of turning point number 1. As of this point, we have 3 points going to the Chaos Space Marines, 2 points over on the normal Marines. And because the game is going as fast as it is, I'm just going to go ahead and throw in, just got to feel we're going to have a tiebreaker. Whoever can kill the leader will gain an additional command, or additional victory point at the end of the game. So if you're able to achieve that, that's going to be good for you. So, turning point 2, here we go. Turning point number 2. So, already went ahead, activated all the models. Now it's time to roll off for initiative. So, roll the camera here. Orange is the chaos, black and blue is the normal Space Marines, loyalist. Who gets initiative first? Chaos is going to get initiative first. Okay, strategic deploy time. Chaos Space Marines, I've decided that I am actually going to start playing some strategic deploys, and I will be using we'll use Malicious Volleys. So Malicious Volleys essentially just says that I've paid 1 command point, so I'll go back down to 3. And each time a friendly Heretic Astartes operative is activated, if it does not perform a fight action during the activation, it can perform 2 different shoot actions during the activation if a bolt weapon is selected for those shooting attacks. So essentially, this guy's got a bolt gun, this guy's got a bolt pistol, this guy's got a bolt gun, that guy's got a heavy bolter, that guy's got a bolt gun. So all of these guys, provided they don't fight, they can shoot twice. So it makes things a little bit more powerful on that side. Jumping over to my loyalist, I will also activate Bolter Discipline, which allows me to fire. Same thing here, as long as I'm not fighting with these guys, I can make 2 different shooting actions on the turn rather than just the normal one. So it allows me to kind of go past that, so I brought myself down to 3 CP in order to do that. Back over here. You know what, because I want to try and kill some things, let's go ahead and use Let the Galaxy Burn. So it's another CP, bringing me down to 2 command points. This one just effectively allows me to go through each time they're activated, once during the activation in the roll attack dice step with a combat or shooting attack. If targeting the closest valid target, you retain 1 of your attack dice, result of 5+. That's as successful as a critical hit. So essentially, these guys here, if you're rolling the dice, they need a 3 normally. If you get a 6, that's a critical hit, so it deals a little more damage. That'll allow me to roll it. If I get a 5, I'm going to deal a critical hit. So any of the weapons that give you critical power, that's huge. This guy right here, taking away armor by using armor piercing, thanks to the P1 roll. If he gets a critical hit, he gets to go through and take away 1 of your defense dice. So that's going to be huge for him. Probably going to be pretty good for him too. But you have to be targeting the closest visible target, or the closest valid target. So yeah, I think that's going to be that for them. And then as far as my Space Marines go, I'm thinking tactical precision. No, I'm not going to go tactical precision. Instead, I'm going to go ahead and save my CP for tactical rerolls and some of the other tactical ploys for my Space Marines, just because I've got a feeling that we're probably going to get stuck into a little bit here. So, starting with the Chaos Space Marines, who do we want to go first? Well, this guy, he's engaged. There's an engaged target right there, so I am definitely going to pop some shots off. Or rather, maybe I'll shoot at this concealed dude, since there is no valid cover line. I'll shoot this concealed dude. So he gets to actually roll 5 dice. Let me just verify that here for my beautiful paper. He also has the equipment belt feed, so it allows him to have the ceaseless rule, so he gets to re-roll once, which is pretty stinking good. So he's going to go ahead, roll his dice, which he gets to roll 5 of. 5 dice for him. Hitting on 3s. So you got 1 critical, 2 critical. This guy, he's the closest valid target because I get a little bit farther away, and these guys are not valid at all. So my 5s also become critical. So that, actually, holy cow! So because of that that rule, which allows me to take my 5s into 6s, I got 2 6s and 3 5s on the roll. So essentially, I turn them all into 5 critical hits. So because of that, got the piercing 1 rule. That's effectively going to go through, take away 1 of his defense dice. So I really have no shot. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 damage going through, ripping this guy apart. So there's no way he's going to make it. He is dead. Actually, this is why I'm saving my command points. So I was saving this command point for tactical rerolls and everything. I think I'm just going to use it here for only in death does duty end. So use this tactical ploy whenever a ready friendly Space Marine operative is incapacitated. That operative is not removed from the kill zone until the end of your next activation and does not count as being injured. So he is going to stay alive. He is technically dead. going to put this little marker here just to say, yeah, you've been shot and killed. But effectively, he gets to activate, before the game is up. So here we go. All right. So he's going to sit here. It's still his turn. So reduce my command points down for my normal Space Marines. Alright, well, since he's technically going to be dead, he's going to go ahead and pop off 5 shots at this guy, slightly behind some cover, but he is still engaged, so he is a visible, valid target. 5 dice again, let's see if I get as lucky as I did last time. I got 1 critical hit, I got a 4, I got 2 1s, then re-roll because my belt feed gives this the ceaseless rule, which allows me to re-roll those 1s. So I got another 4. Alright, because I got a critical, this guy only gets 2 defense dice, so he's going to roll 2 dice. And I'm going to retain one of them as a normal save. Okay. Alright, so I'll take 5, and then 9 damage to him. So real close. This guy is technically now injured. So that means his movement is going to be reduced and his ballistic skill is going to be reduced. Yeah, so he used his multiple volleys. He fired twice. I'm not going to move him. I like the position he is at, so I'm going to keep him right here. At the end of his activation. Now, I don't have to activate this guy right away. I have until the end of my turning point to let him keep moving and doing all of his things. So I'm just going to go ahead and move over to this bad boy over here. And I'm going to... Actually... Yeah. I'm going to move him to go take this. Use normal move. I will take this objective. So now it is technically a tied game. Got that squared away. And I'll keep him concealed. I'll leave him right here, honestly. No, I don't like that. Actually, I'm not going to leave him right there. I'm moving right behind this cover over here. Keep him concealed. Alright. Back over to Chaos. I think, I'm going to have my plasma guy go ahead. He's going to do a move up here. So now he's on a vantage point. And that effectively takes away the fact that he's behind some light cover and concealed. My leader is now going to technically be turned over into this engaged order for his site. So I'm going to have him go ahead, roll some dice, and he's going to try and blast the leader and get themselves another point for the game win. So I'm going to go ahead, supercharge it. So the deal's hot damage, so I deal mortal wounds to myself if I get some 1s. I get to roll 4 dice with that plasma gun. Now let's see what we got going here. I got 1, 1, 1. Oh wait, just 1. I'm going to use a command reroll, pay 1 command point down to 1 command point left. I'll reroll this. Alright, sweet. So I got a critical hit and 3 normal hits. So that's AP2, so it takes away 2 of his defense dice. And that's going to deal 6. Oh, and actually Malefic Volley, because I have that 5, that creates another Malefic Hatred. What the heck is it called? Let me take a look here again. Let the Galaxy Burn, my bad. Let the Galaxy Burn, since he is the closest visible valid target for me to shoot at there, that 5 is now a crit as well. So I've got 2 crits and 2 normal hits with a plasma gun. He only gets 1 defense dice. Let's see what we've got. I got a 5. So, 12. Yeah, shoot, okay. Well, that's not good. Space Marine Sergeant is dead. So, and I've already used my only death is duty ends, so the leader is incapacitated. So this is going to be a win for the Chaos Space Marines unless we happen to take out his leader and we can tie it out all together. So, yeah, he shot at him, and then I'm just going to go ahead and do a dash on down here, like that, to keep him safe for the next round. So, normal Marines, let's see what we've got going on here. Well, I'm going to make a last-ditch effort with this guy, so this is the first time we bring him out. I'm going to turn him into the engaged order. He doesn't count as being injured for this one, thanks to that tactical ploy, tactical ploy. So he's not injured, so he can move the full amount. His ballistic skill is not going to be worsened, and it's going to help out there. All right, he's moved up. He's going to fire directly at this guy. So we'll get 4 different shots with a normal bolt rifle. Got hit on a 3 or better. Alright, so I got 2 1s, 2 3s. Alright, he's going to retain one of his normal saves. And then let's roll 2 saves to see if I negate those. Yep, I got 2 saves on that one, so. And then he's going to go ahead and try to fire 4 shots again with his bolt rifle. Just hoping that he get him. That is, I'll show that to you. 3 6s and a 5. So he's going to not retain his normal, and so he's going to try and see if I can get some criticals on these rolls. Oh, and because it's critical, he only gets 2 dice. Alright, so I got 1 critical and 1 failed save, so I'll take a critical away and take 2 critical and a normal damage, so. And that'll actually kill this heavy bolter guy. So he did his job, but he also died for chaos too. And that'll be the end of this guy, and he is dead now too, because he has activated himself. Alright, because we're playing aggressively, now it's time for the Chaos Space Marines to keep going with their role. This guy's actually going to change himself over to an engage order. Alright, he's going to put himself right here. With a normal move, he's going to shoot, and since he's not fighting, he's going to technically get to shoot twice. He's just got a standard normal bolt gun, so rolling 4 dice. 3s to hit. Got a 3 and a 4. This guy's got 3 defense dice. Need a 3 or better to save. Perfect, he got 2 saves, so he's negating that. And then he's going to go ahead and try to fire twice again with a second one. Perfect, so he got 2 5s, which become crits thanks to that Galaxy Burn. Got a normal 4 and a 1. So this guy's going to try and use his 3. Oof. A 1. So, alright. So 4, 8, and let's see, so 11 damage getting dealt to him. And if I remember correctly, that's almost a dead Space Marine. Yeah, he's got like 2 wounds left. So he's here, and he is injured. Alright, and that's it for this guy. He's activated, and then we're going to go ahead and use his weapon. I'm not going to use the grenade launcher, I'm just going to use his normal bolt gun. He gets to fire. Now, because he is injured, that's changed his ballistic skill from being a 3 to where now he has to get a 4 or better in order to actually enter him. So, on the dice, I got a 5, 3, 2, and a 1. So that's 1 normal hit. This guy, I would say, they've got a little bit of cover between them, so I'd say he's probably using cover to shoot at him, so he's just going to retain a normal save and get rid of the normal hit. He's going to use that Bolt of Discipline to try and fire again. Got a single successful hit again. And yeah, he's just going to retain that single successful. And yeah, not going to be too super good for this guy. I'm just going to go ahead and have him drag his wounded body, I guess, up on the vantage point there. I know it's not a strategic like advantage for him to be up here right now. Matter of fact, it makes him a bigger target because he has no cover. But honestly, whatever. At this point, I don't really care too much. All right, Chaos Space Marine time. This guy wants to stay alive. He is the leader, so he's going to keep himself safe over here. So I'm not going to fiddle around with him. I am going to move this guy, so I'm going to change him over to an engaged order. I'm going to move him right over here to this barrack. So he's going to go ahead and he's going to fire at him. He moved up with a normal move. He's the closest visible, so he's going to get to retain his 5s and his critical hits. He's going to fire 4 shots off. I'd say he does get covered. I got a 5, which I'll bring over to a crit, so that's 2 crits. He is going to just go ahead and try to roll his 3. He got 2 normal saves, so he'll get rid of a crit. Keep another crit, which will actually be 4 damage, which will be exactly 13. So he is another dead Space Marine. Alright. As you can see, once models start dying, board goes a lot faster. I'm going to go ahead and change this guy over to engage, because why not just keep pushing forward? He's engaged. I'll just do a little dash here with him to get behind this barrel, so he's got full easy line of sight to that guy. And then let's fire off 4 of his bolt gun rounds. Let's see. Again, he's the closest visible, so this 5 becomes a 6. And there is a normal 4 hit. Let's try to see what we've got for saves for this guy. Got rid of the crit, but could not get rid of the normal, so he is another dead Space Marine. Technically, again, I should have put him in a better position. I feel like he's not in a good place. But that is the end of what my Space Marines have here. He can't fire Overwatch because he's concealed, so bad time for him. And then I'm just going to go ahead with this leader. I'm just going to pass. Just to make sure he's done. So that is going to be the end of this turning point. So right now we're actually sitting, we're not tied because my intercessor leader died. So Space Marines got 3 and Chaos Space Marines got 4. And honestly, I'm just going to go ahead and call that on turn 2. All the objectives have been taken. And we've got a leader dead, and this guy can literally just hide back here all day. That guy would have to pretty much go on a suicide mission, hoping to eliminate him. So with that, I will go ahead and call this a finished battle report. And yeah, I appreciate you guys coming. I think, again, there was a really good advantage to the attacker in this game, especially the Chaos Space Marines are really good. The other times I've played these forces against each other, this is pretty much how it went as well too.